I've got 5 shifts that I'd like to actually put in place. Can you say the word shift happens? 1, 2, 3.
Shift happens.
You all said the correct version of that, yes? Yeah, interesting. So let's actually have a look at these. And I think the first one that I really want to actually take on board in terms of 2026 is this shift from hustle to flow. Please make a note of it. Hustle to flow. So what does that look like? Well, if we're in hustle mode, I'm going to say that you are going to become exhausted. So is it possible to achieve great results in real estate and be in flow versus be in hustle? The answer is yes. So I'm saying the hustle economy is dying. How do we actually shift from hustle to flow? The first shift. Now, this can be different for every single one of us, but it is a superpower to become brilliant in terms of mastering flow. The second. Michelle, you had some really good personal time with Nat then, didn't you?
I felt very lucky.
Yeah.
And I got a lot from it.
Yeah, awesome, great. The second shift here is from service to hospitality. Now, we talked with the leaders about this yesterday. Real estate is full of service, but it's not full of hospitality. Yes, I had a very good open home. I actually grabbed all of the details and I answered all the questions for the people. Off you go. And by the way, I'm not only concerned about your first open home, I am concerned about your 5th open home on the day. And you know that 5th open home where it's 15 minutes away from beer o'clock and you're thinking, this is the end of the day. We want to make sure, are we giving every single person, not just service, hospitality? One of the projects I do with Platinum coaching clients is I ask them to go and stay at a 6-star resort. I don't pay for the 6-star resort, just in case you're wondering. And the goal is when you go to the 6-star resort, come back and have a look and say, how can I shift from service to hospitality? It's an energy, it's an experience that people have. And, you know, it's interesting, I mentioned this yesterday. Some of you know we've got a little hotel up in the Blue Mountains now. And it is fascinating to me that if you look at, say, the average transaction value that you have in real estate compared to the average transaction value in hospitality, right? It's massively different. The contrast is huge. A coffee and a cake, right? And how do you make sure that experience is brilliant for every single person? And occasionally we might anchor onto the transaction as opposed to anchor onto the hospitality wrapped around that. The next shift is IQ to EQ. The superpower, without a doubt, is mastering EQ. The best real estate professionals have leaned into this massively. And team, there's some great resources on the knowledge base around this. But if you just jumped in and said, okay, I'm going to do an EQ video per week. I'm going to jump onto YouTube and type in EQ and do an EQ video per week. I guarantee in 6 months' time, your EQ, emotional intelligence, just in case we want to be clear on it, it stands for the emotional quotient, by the way, goes to a whole new level. It's the ability for you to read the play. It's the ability for you to manage yourself in that mode. Why? We know that real estate is an emotional process for clients. And it's how do we maintain our emotional state through and navigate through that. So IQ is how smart you are. EQ is how tuned in we are. Big shift in terms of 2026. The more we can actually focus on EQ, the better results we'll produce. The next is data to insights. You know, now I can jump onto any range of websites, or I can jump onto a piece of AI and I can get so much data. It's easy to get data. The superpower for you is how do you turn that into insights that make a difference? and socialise those insights. Give me that real feeling where you're not just broadcasting a message, you're tuning in, and I feel like that information is for me. Can I give you the ultimate superpower that I believe around social strategy? Is we've just had a conversation with a buyer or a landlord or a tenant or a seller. And they asked us a question. And we had the insights because we know our marketplace, deep knowledge of our marketplace, and we shared a particular insight with them. I'd like you to go, that insight is important, and there are other people out there that would love to know that insight. That is an immediate video for you to produce. My mission for you is to produce an insight video to the length of about 1 minute every day for the next 30 days. Please write it down. An insight video every day for the next 30 days. And by the way, once you've done that, guarantee you'll keep it going. So let me just have a quick look, show it this. So your name is?
Ken.
Ken. How are you, Ken?
Good.
Great. So Ken, I just want to show you guys here. These are video ideas. Got the idea?
That's scrolling too fast.
No, it's not about reading them all. But this is the video ideas, guys, just to show you an idea. Video ideas that I've got. So Connie, what happens? I'm in the middle of doing a coaching session. So, that's a good video idea. I'll capture it as a note. So you're in a conversation. You're actually at an open home. You go like, da-da-da-da-da. That's a great video idea. I want you to note down, because if you can't record it there and then, I want you to have a shopping list of ideas ready to go. This isn't the ultimate superpower. And by the way, if I had a conversation, and Andrew, I have actually messaged you a couple of times to say, hey, what's the best 2 restaurants in Mudgee? And you know that. That's intel, that's insight. Would you agree? But you say, if you're into steak, go to this one. If you're not into steaks, then I go to that one. This is awesome.
Can I come?
Yeah, you're invited too. Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah. So I'd like you right now, can you actually set up a new note on your phone? Grab your phone. I'd like you to call this Video Insights. And could you just start a shopping list of 3 insights that you'd like to do? Now, for those of you internally, so Kelly, this would be an insight for you to share with the team, less about the marketplace. What are the 3 video insights that I could actually share? Did you know this? Here's a great idea. Here's an extra thing, Agent Box. Here's a new tool with Agent Box, or here's something you can put in place around this. So just go ahead now, guys, have a quick chat at your table. What are 3 video insights, your first 3 video insights that you're going to do? Go to it. All right, team. Okay, useful?
Yep.
Useful, super practical. I'm going to randomly go to people. Tuning in, thanks team. I'm going to randomly go to people and ask for ideas that you've got. If you like that idea, add it to your shopping list. Dave, thanks for volunteering to go first.
You're welcome. Morning, everybody. Trending features buyers are looking for. The trending features.
Trending features that buyers are looking for. Yep. Yeah, great. So, hey, I've just completed 3 open homes or 5 open homes, I thought I'd give you a quick insight as to the trending features that buyers are looking for. Here are the top 3 I'm noticing. By the way, always do 3s. The rule of 3s is super useful if you want to make a note of that, guys. Here are 3 points, here are 3 things, here are 3 ideas that I've actually got. 2 reasons for that. One is you can keep them in your mind, it's super useful. And the second thing is you have this ability for people to grab hold of those 3, take them on board and apply them massively. Okay, very good. Andrew.
Hi, how are you?
I'm going good.
We had 184 buyers attend our weekend open for inspection, which is great. But that is showing a sign of increased consumer confidence, and compared with this time last year, it's significantly higher.
Yeah, great. So we can actually go through and talk through this and say, hey, I know we've had an interest rate rise recently in the market, and a lot of owners are worried about what is that going to mean to da-da-da-da. Can I just say, out of the open homes we had on the weekend, we had 184 buyers come through those open homes. The impact on that means that confidence is back. And then, love what you said, compared to this time last year, that's intel, that's insight. Would you agree? Yeah? You know this team. The challenge is, James, if I had a conversation with one-on-one, you can deliver that information to me. The challenge is if we're not sharing this, we're not providing these insights to the marketplace, which means, and by the way, can we just click to the next slide, guys, while we're here? Thank you. And that is this shift from agent to advisor. Now, by the way, if you're in property management, you're an agent in my world, okay? You're an agent, right? So an agent to advisor. So if we play the advisor game, what's the advisory focus we're going to have? You're the trusted advisor. So what advice am I going to provide with this? By the way, I think you're doing a sensational job of this. And that is, what is the best advice for this client? One of the things that I love in terms of Michael Koloshi's strategy is, what is the best advice for you? What is the advice for you? Let me be that advisor for you. Let's put everything else aside. What is the best advice for this client I'm in front of? And the final one, thanks team, is the shift from doer to conductor. And this is the biggest shift in work style that I believe we're going to see in the next 10 years. Shift from doer to conductor. Now, what's driving that is not AI, but agentic AI. The ability that once upon a time we had to put a prompt in and it would give us a really great answer. Prompt, answer, prompt, answer, prompt, answer. Who's still doing the work? We are, because we're putting prompts in. Agentic AI is the shift to say, learn this process. And assuming I can give API access into my CRM, then agentic can actually do so much of the work that I do over and over and over again. So I'm no longer doing, I'm now orchestrating that. This is the shift that's happening. So if you're thinking that your work style is going to shift in terms of 2026, I can guarantee the more you are a conductor, the more you're out of hustle, you are in flow. Identify those I haven't spoken to in the last 90 days, and ideally, depending on the tech, right? This is where it's heading to. And identify any of those people that I haven't spoken to that have looked at our website or been on one of the portals recently, and I'd like to actually send them a specific email or a text message inviting them to this. That's orchestrating, not doing. Would you agree? By the way, if you had all the time in the world, you would do that work. Agreed? But you don't have the time in the world. It's too hard to do, so therefore we don't do it. All right, have a quick chat at your table. Out of these shifts, what's really leaning in for you? What are the ones that you're excited about? And maybe there's even some you've got some anxiety about around, what does that actually mean? How do I restructure this? Go to it.